It's Championship Sunday here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Women's volleyball in the 3C2A. It's American River and Fresno City. The Rams, a buzzsaw, and the Beavers building a dam on the net throughout the weekend. Savannah Smith has been great, but Andrea Keene has really been the story for the Beavers.
Andrea Keene had 18 kills in yesterday's semifinal victory, and this is the first all-NorCal final in the history of the 42-year history of the California Community College Athletic Association State Volleyball Championships.
This is exciting stuff. I think we have the two best teams here. Fresno City, you know, they are kind of the technical powerhouse, and they come in and they've got their game face on today, and you see in their warm-up they're all about business. And then on the other side, American River, I don't know if I've seen a team this year play as hard as they do. So if they can ride that emotional roller coaster, not to discredit their technical side, they obviously play the game at a high level, but it's going to be really interesting to see if they can get on that emotional roll that we've seen in the past 2 days.
Yeah, it's been that emotional roll really been spurred by Kendall Wellpott. Wellpott has been terrific on the net. We talk about the blocking throughout the weekend for the Beavers, and she's been a big part of it. And hey, let's not forget about Savannah Smith. Smith has had a down weekend in terms of her hitting game, but she's done so much more for her team in terms of being a presence on the net, setting up everybody's for success.
Well, Smith had 25 assists and 18 digs in yesterday's victory over Irvine Valley. She does a lot of different things. She can also serve well. And the other aspect of the tournament here is, you look at Wilpott. I mean, she hit 667. She didn't even make an error in 21 attempts and scoring 14 kills. And then, you know, American River is just on all cylinders. You got Andrea Keene, you got Savannah Smith, and then don't forget that another player who's been pretty terrific is Lily Johnson. She's the only player who's had double digits in kills in both of the matches here at the state tournament.
Yeah, she was second on the team coming into the championship in kills on the year. This team led by Savannah Smith, but how do you like that? You're in the championship. You dispatched the defending state champ for American River in Irvine Valley yesterday in the semis, and Savannah Smith really hasn't had a great wicking hitting the ball. Let's turn the page over to Fresno City, and really the story for the Rams is Katie Emmerling, the setter from pin hitter earlier in the year. She's transitioned to setter, and they're just a completely different team. The dynamic is something special.
And they have a 27-match win streak, and that's the thing. Fresno City's just on a roll. They were 2-3 earlier in the year. One of the teams they lost to was American River. It was in 5 sets, but that was a long time ago. I'm sure Carson Loudon knows that, and she's going to have to make some adjustments as this match goes on.
Losses to American River, Hartnell, and they get some revenge versus Gavilan yesterday.
All 3 teams, they have a potential of beating and having their revenge against all 3 teams.
The 2-3 and this 3 seed coming up. The Beavers and the Rams. SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage of women's championship volleyball in the 3C2A continues.
you update that?
Remember, everyone, you can watch this broadcast live on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You have a set-top box with the YouTube app, Apple TV, Xbox One, PS4, something with YouTube on it, SoCal College Sports 1. Also go to our website, www.socalcollegesports.com, and on Twitter at SoCal College SPO. Mike Cepeda joined alongside Robert Smith and Mike Terrell. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Spread the words. Friends and family want to watch. Shoot out the link. And
Mike, I don't want to cut you off, but I think it's alias Smith and Jones, but my name is Robert Lewis.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Did I say Smith?
You said Smith.
Again.
It's okay. It's
twice.
Okay.
Let's just go with Smith.
You know, maybe I should. Chavaria.
Smith and Cepeda. That's a dream team name right there.
I'm thinking it's time to change my name.
I like Lewis.
Lewis and Cepeda.
Next time you give me a nice stat, I'm going to give you a trading places lines. Thank you, Lewis.
There you go. There you go. Hey, here's a statistic for you. So I was looking at the Fresno City log, and in their 27-match winning streak, 81-6 in sets, right? 12-1 in the postseason. They swept 3 different teams in the postseason. They only gave up that one set against Bakersfield in a really good match in the quarterfinals. But here's the one that seems weird to me. They lost 2 sets this year, 2 different matches against West Hills Coalinga. And the significance of that is West Hills Coalinga was the 7th place team in the Central Valley Conference. 7th place team out of 10. And they took 2 sets from Fresno, but Sequoia couldn't do it. Merced couldn't do it. The top 2nd and 3rd place teams that made the playoffs. And I just think it was a curious thing that I wonder what West Hills Coalinga had on Fresno.
You know, sports a lot of times is about matchups, and sometimes you have a matchup that doesn't favor you, and you have to find a way to win. American River, they've found a way to get here at the finals. Same thing with Fresno. Fresno is a completely different team coming into these championships. You know, they dispatched the 2 seed out of the South in Bakersfield on day 1, and then really just a buzzsaw versus Gavilan yesterday. And here we go. Lily Johnson going to start things off here for American River in the blue. In the red, it's Fresno City. Madeline Adams has been fantastic. Bump set for Savannah Smith. Dug out nicely by Emmerling. They're going after zone 2 and 4. Blocked over by Wellpot. The Beavers going to strike first blood here. Set 1 of the 2018 Women's Volleyball Championship.
You know, I'm surprised. That's an uncharacteristic start for Fresno City. Out of system, had to set the pipe 2 times in a row out of the back row.
1-0. The Beavers. Carippo into the net. And Fresno City on their heels early, and they look out of sorts here, Mike.
Yeah, they'll find their rhythm, but this is the title match, and it's okay to feel a little nerves, just not for too long.
You know, you can't have a state championship match without a mascot, and the Beaver mascot is here.
Leak on the board.
It'll be interesting to see because Carrie Leak, number 7 on Fresno City, and Savannah Smith, number 16 on American River. Guess what? They're going to be teammates next year playing at Fresno State together.
How about that?
A chance to build some camaraderie here. Marina Gonzalez, Mia Carippo, Carrie Leak, Mandy Campisi, Katie Emmerling, and that
Ace
one.
For Vang.
Vang has been terrific from the service line throughout the weekend. We've talked about her time and time again. Every time she's at that line, Fresno City seems to go on a run.
Well, that's probably why they started in rotation 3 with their setter left back to get Vang serving first.
Quick set, well pop blocked over. Free ball coming. Emmerling outside, Carippo, near illegal touch. It's going to be out, going wide. They're looking for a touch. They're not going to find it.
Carippo's going to find her rhythm. She's one of the strongest attackers for Fresno City. We'll see her get in rhythm here. That set looked a little bit high. Maybe she's just out of rhythm there. Wellpot back to serve.
Wellpot going after Marina Gonzalez. Set up outside Carippo. They go right back to her. Great coverage. Keene gets it over. The dig from Jocelyn. Jocelyn back-to-back digs. Here's Savannah Smith with the whip and the kill. Well, Bulldog bound. Savannah Smith getting on the board early. That's a good sign in the hitting game for American River.
Absolutely, especially because they had slow starts in their previous 2 matches of this Final 8 state tournament.
Wellpot serving it up again, going right after Campisi. She doesn't handle that well. Hit out of the back row from Gonzalez. Pretty good swing on it. Wellpot with a nice pass. Bump set off the mark. Keen blocked back over.
Great
Still
cover.
going.
Wow.
Keen can't get it over. Emmerling there with a block 1-on-1. How about that from your setter?
It's pretty nice stuff. It was a tough set. It was an out-of-rhythm situation. But we're seeing here from American River, they're getting those touches, those hustle plays. They're still on that roll from last night.
Madeline Adams, Jocelyn, Wellpot, Johnson, Keene, and Savannah Smith starting here today for the Beavers. Big hit in the middle of that one.
Great dig.
By Menard.
Out of system. Adams puts it, that's too tight as well.
Too tight there. Keene able to punch that one over with the left, near side. Marina Gonzalez going down the line. It's going to be out. No touch on it.
So it seems to me, I'm looking at number 1 on Fresno City and their other outside hitter, number 4. They're trying to attack the line. So they must have seen something in scouting American River that attacking down the line from the left side was going to create an advantage for them. Unfortunately, they're not hitting it in the court.
Well, they've been hitting pretty good all weekend. We see Leak right there. Big power and quite the athlete in the middle. Carrie Leak.
Leak was a second-team All-American, but kills-wise, she hasn't been a huge factor in that area. Of course, she's done a great job at the net, and that's her job.
Second on the team coming in kills, trailing Marina Gonzalez. It's been Gonzalez, Leak, and Carippo. And, well, Emmerling pretty good in terms of hitting the ball. 4th on the team in kills. That's your setter. Great coverage from Marina. It's bumped up, and Emmerling right there hit the kill right on cue.
Good to have a setter who can hit.
That's right. We won on the floor. The best teams have 6 volleyball players on the floor. They happen to play middle blocker or set the ball, but right there we see she knows how to attack a ball as well.
Campisi will serve it up. 5-all here, set 1. 2018 Women's Volleyball Championship in the 3C2A. Savannah Smith, Johnson not on the same page, and the lead to Fresno City, their first lead here in set 1.
Fresno, in their sweep over Gavilan, had 12 kills each from Carippo and Marina, and that's something that Coach Robley was really impressed about, that her left pins were making so many kills.
Set up Keene, and Keene terrific all weekend long. 18 kills, as you mentioned, Robert, earlier in the win yesterday versus Irvine Valley. She ties it up at 6-all.
Coach Robley also made a mention of the opposing libero, Maddie Adams, sensational libero, and a real tough person to get the ball by. Near
side, good set, good swing. Dug out by Adams. What a dig. Johnson unable to capitalize. Well, how about Adams on the dig there to set that up?
That was on cue.
It really was. Robert Lewis, Mike Terrell, Mike Zapata with you. I wanted to get a plug in there, Robert.
There we go.
Pasadena City College, well represented on the broadcast here.
Also, California Community College Sports Information Association and the California Community College Women's Volleyball Coaches Association. Mike is one of the coaches, and I'm the SID for that association.
You know, what really excites me about this venue, we've got a nice crowd here.
Great crowd.
What's great for our sport is both of these programs have female leadership. I think it's really important in women's volleyball that we have female leaders who are clearly doing it at the highest level, and also Northern California representing. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Northern California, we talked about the shift and the change in guard here in the north. 3 teams in the semis, only Irvine Valley, the defending state champs, made it through to the semifinals, and they taken care of yesterday by the Beavers. Castleman able to get that over. Well, bump set.
Linder's usually a line hitter, but there she shows us, hey, I got a little bit of range. I'm not just a one-trick person. I can hit all the shots. Nice swing by Linder.
8-all back and forth we go here. Set 1.
You know, and to expand on the north is just, it's incredible when you think about this match, because these 2 teams in the state championship final, a 5 seed and a 6 seed. That means the top 4 seeds in the north all got eliminated and did not make it to the championship match, and no South teams.
Emmerling near side, Carippo rearing back. That's a great find by Carippo. Adams going to her left. Looked like she was positioned pretty well, but Carippo a better hit.
Yeah, and there it looks like American River is playing what we call rotation defense, where the libero kind of shifts in between the left back and middle back. So we'll see if the Fresno City hitters look to go a little sharper angle and try to beat Adams back to her left. That sharp angle swing from the outside.
Had been pretty clean up to that point in terms of the service game. I believe that's the first service error this match. Johnson back to the service line for the Beavers at 9-all. Quick set in the middle. Leak with the hammer.
Leak should be 3 for 3 there, or maybe 3 for 4.
Carrie Leak, sophomore middle blocker from Clovis.
Yep. 3 kills for Leak.
Yeah.
Potent early on the net. Here's Carrie Leak for Fresno City. Vang serves it up. Wellpot looking for the back line. That one going to sail long.
It's okay. First error in 48 hours, right? We'll take it. We'll live with that.
Oh, what was it? 25 points in a row for El Camino?
Or no, it was Cypress. Cypress had a 22-point streak. It's, they got eliminated, and they're going to be an afterthought in this tournament. But if you look at it from a postseason aspect, they had 11 consecutive points, Cypress, to beat Long Beach City in the round 2 regionals to get here. They scored the first 11 points in their match against Gavilan.
Unreal.
22 unanswered points in the postseason. Never will happen. It won't happen again, in my opinion.
Bang serving again. Shocker. It's a big run on her serve and side out, courtesy of Savannah Smith.
Another huge kill for Smith, and you can see this is a big advantage for American River to have Smith hitting well.
Smith, Keene, Menard in the front row right now. Wellpot back to serve for the Beavers.
Nice serve.
Going right after Marina. Roll shot here. Perfect one from Carippo. Great placement.
Coach Loudon out of her seat instantly. She is not happy with that defense. That's really uncharacteristic for American River to let that ball drop. A out of system, no block roll shot to the middle of the court.
Well, Adams was out, and that you maybe wonder if that was the case had she been in the ball game, but she has to come off with the libero's rotation there.
Yeah, well, Wellpot is no slouch on defense, though. We know that, so that's uncharacteristic.
McDonald serving it up. Big set in the middle. Menard with the crush ball.
So we're seeing the rhythm here. American River's doing a little bit better job receiving serves, getting an in-system pass, and being able to run their offense. Unfortunately, Fresno City has been off the net and a little bit out of rhythm on their first swings. Here we see it again, a out-of-system swing.
That's a great swing from Marina Gonzalez on the near side, and talked about it out of system. Who's going to win that battle? Likely going to be your victory here today.
Absolutely, and there we've seen, the 2 kills previous, Adams was beat to her left. So she stayed home there. She's beat to her right in the deep area 6 court. So they've got her thinking. She can't just read and react. She's got to wait a little bit longer.
14-11, Fresno up by 3. They'll set up Keene. Keene
Smart.
with the dink. Perfect placement for Andrea King. Freshman from Rockland. I like that if you're Coach Carson Loudon, probably coming back next year. One of the best players in this tournament in 2018 in the 3C2A.
Yes, please.
2-point deficit for American River. Marina blocked over. Linder and Menard. Smith, back set. That's a beautiful set.
Great dig.
Gonzalez right there. Campisi with the dig. Briggs out of the back row. We'll go back to Linder. Linder going long. Lead back to 3 for the Rams.
We got a timeout coming here by American River.
Oh. Yeah, I think if there's a point here.
She tried to call it, I thought.
Did she?
I thought so.
Menard
Hopefully it works
bumped
out.
up, saved by Emmerling. Quick set. Menard blocked over, it's the roof. It's Briggs. Sophomore Abby Briggs pushes the lead out to 4, 16-12. Fresno in control here in set 1. Well, day one was IVC in West Valley, and I think we can all agree that the energy in the gym, a little bereft. Not the case here. Great showing by both the American River crowd in Fresno City, and that's Menard in the middle. Grace can't contain it one-on-one.
Well, that'll be important to see because Menard got blocked the last time, and then her setter, what we call repeating the hitter, goes right back to her, and she gets a kill. So all of a sudden, she's hot again. Great job by the setter to find her the ball.
Big up there for Castleman, and wow, how about the vertical from Julie?
Flying through the air. Really nice swing, very athletic play.
Shades of Fina Leilua for El Camino that we saw on day one. Gonzalez, good serve, great pass, back set, Linder with the dink.
That ball's down.
I was about to say there has not been a lead bigger than 4 points for either team in this set, so American River staying tough with Fresno.
Yeah, the 4-point lead originally was American River. Right now, a 3-point advantage. 16-12, excuse me. Fresno was up. Carippo, good swing. Adams right there. Outside, Johnson. Lily Johnson. One more time.
You almost don't have to watch the hitter at all. When you see a dig like that and a set like that, you know the hitter's going to take care of business.
Boda Joslin serving right now. Important to stay in this rotation. See if you can get some points for American River. You have Savannah, Wellpot, and Johnson, and a block. Wellpot and Smith.
Mike, you called it. And, you know, Robert, you mentioned a 4-point lead. For me as a coach, my blood pressure was rising because a 4-point lead feels like 14, okay? But now we're back with 1-1. It's like, okay, things are all right. Now we just play.
Anxiety from a coach? Who knew?
Yeah.
Emmerling sets up Carippo in the middle. Touches a hand. Wellpot.
Great touch.
Free ball coming. Keene. See if Smith. Savannah puts down the hammer.
That's her third kill.
And right there, and, you know, American River setters are doing such a great job of getting their hitters in one-on-one situations.
Timeout, Fresno City. Great response here from the Beavers. $17-all. Big rally here from the Beavers, tying it up here in set one.
Expect the serve to go to Carippo.
It does.
Gets a good pass, though. In-system swing.
Castleman blocked back over Johnson and Wellpot again.
All right. Well, if Carippo can pass this ball again. Oh, they switch it out. I expect this ball to go to Carippo.
Well, they need a short serve for that.
I'm sorry, the attack, the set.
Excuse me.
Oh, no.
Near side, Castleman. Good swing, dug out. Not a shocker by Madeline Adams. That one off the top of the tape. I don't know if that was blocked over. What will that be credited as, Coach?
That's a block. That's a block.
Castleman there.
Interesting reaction from Jocelyn. It kind of went right over her head, and she did the what do those bullfighters do when they hold the flag and then they move it at the last second? She kind of did that to that ball.
Bit of an Olay move.
An Olay.
18-all, tied up again. Service long from Briggs.
That block was credited to Castleman and Briggs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Robert Lewis, what are you gleaning from the stats?
And right now, it looks like Leak Leak and Smith, the two top players.
No.
Leak is the second-team All-American, and Smith an All-Region player, and they both have 3 kills and only 4 attempts and no errors. And then the other thing that stands out, Manny Campisi, the libero for Fresno, only has 1 dig this deep into the match.
20-18, 2-point lead late here in set 1. Bumped over, free ball coming. Gonzalez sets up outside, illegal touch.
Well, it's interesting. We're seeing the same pattern. Fresno City, again, not controlling their first contact. Expect the next serve to go to the front row outside hitter.
I think it's interesting, the quick timeouts by Coach Robley. She does not want to let this set get away from her.
Yeah, well, they were up, 17-13?
17-13, yep.
Now it's been an 8-1 run, so that's not good.
Hey, and you can count.
Doesn't take a PhD to know that.
Spot on analysis there, Mikey. Remember, everyone, you can watch this broadcast live on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Also, hit us up on Twitter, at SoCal College SPO.
When you look at American River's log, and this may become a factor at some point, they've played 6 5-set matches this year. They've won 5 of them, and one of those was against Fresno City. Fresno City has only played 2, make that 3. They beat West Valley early in the season. They lost to Hartnell, and they lost to American River.
So you're arguing their experience in 5-set matches will be a benefit?
I think American River might have a slight edge.
Okay.
That is what I'm saying.
Got it. Just wanted to make sure.
21-18.
I don't want to just put up random stats out there for you, Coach.
Locked up front. Carippo not there. 22-18, and American River 3 points away from taking set 1.
A 9-1 run now.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fresno City, who's been, I think, up to this point, the best serving and passing team, unable to deliver a ball like that.
Quick set, Leak dug out. Outside, Keene with a dink again, and the coverage there.
Great
Gonzalez
save.
able to save it. Joslin blocked, but on to the Fresno side. It was there, but Wellpot powers through a double block. 2 points away now for the Beavers.
What a run. 10-1 now for American River.
Is this the biggest deficit Fresno City's experienced all tournament?
They had that difficult set against Bakersfield.
Oh, thank you.
Smith, that was going out. Emmerling couldn't resist.
That's the 4th kill for Smith.
Smith getting it going here in set 1 of the championship in 2018 for the 3C2A. Lily Johnson at set point for American River. Jump float serve, a tough one going right after Castleman. Outside, Carippo out. Set 1 goes to the Beavers.
A 12-1 run.
That escalated quickly.
That was fast.
And remember, it was a timeout that really spurred on the Beavers, and they responded in a big way. Great adjustments by Coach Carson Loudon. And Fresno City a little bit on their heels. We'll come back in a moment. Start of set 2 in a bit. 1-0. American River on top of Fresno City. It's the 2018 3C2A Women's Volleyball Championship Sunday here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And huge set for the Beavers. Fast start, great finish, little lull in the middle, but
I got to go back to that timeout that Coach Loudon called. It was 17-13. Castleman had hit a kill, and they called the timeout and settled the troops down, and then they roll off 12 of the next 13 points. I mean, that is in state championship volleyball at its best right there as far as a comeback. I don't know what is.
You'll probably win most times you do that.
Wasn't necessarily, Fresno City playing bad. I thought American River really took the set.
This kid's on a roll.
And Savannah Smith.
Well, I think if you're Coach Robley out of that set, you got to be real with yourself. You got to talk to your team, and you got to look them in the eye and say, we got to play better. We got to pass better.
Beavers.
There's a good pass.
Strike first blood again. Leak. Carrie Leak says, I got one for you.
It's gut check time. She responded.
Huge response from the sophomore.
And a great defensive rotation. As we see, they start in the same rotation. Get Vang as their first server.
Leak with 4 kills, and Savannah Smith has 5, and those are the 2 leaders for their teams.
Outside, Keene. Good swing. Campisi with a dig. Carippo rearing back. Adams right there. Back set. They'll set up Smith with a dink. That one blocked over by Carippo. They'll go back to her. No, near illegal touch. Not called. Campisi digs that one. In the middle, Leak looking for a spot on the hardwood. Can't find it. Adams right there. Keene off of the block. Not down. Here's Campisi. Bump set. Far side. Carippo with the angle. Blocked over.
Great.
Smith. Joust ball. Won by Leak.
That's what we call a little bit of jungle ball. And that's okay. I don't care if it's ugly, pretty, or indifferent. We'll take that point.
2-1 Fresno here in set 2. That one off the top of the tape. That's not going to get over. That's a tough one to deal with between Wellpot and Johnson.
We've seen here at the start of the second set what's happened. The service pressure is coming from Fresno City, and when they receive, they passed it better. So let's see if American River can pass here.
2 in a row from Vang.
There it is. Adams
Back
stealing that
set,
ball.
down the line. It's Smith and Savannah a little bit off the mark going wide.
Oh,
that's her first.
No, Fresno City in the net, number 4. And she's saying, I didn't touch it, I didn't touch it. Well,
Carippo.
Somebody called it.
Can we see the replay on that here, Emery, on the net? Well, a pretty good look of it here. Yeah, I think she did clip it on the top. The point goes to the Beavers.
Mike, Savannah Smith, 6 kills and 8 attempts. She's hitting .750. Leak on the other side for Fresno, 5 kills and 9 attempts. She's hitting .556.
They don't go to her. They go to Carippo on the far side.
She had a struggle in that first set. 6 attack errors for Carippo.
Keene tools it perfectly. Emmerling and Leak were right there, but they can't turn the hands in.
I'm surprised they didn't set the ball to Leak there.
Well, Leak's been the hot hand. Actually, a pretty good swing from Carippo on the far side. They get a touch on it. They get the point. Does American River. Great serve there from Wellpot.
Well, this is the first time we've seen Fresno City this weekend with a little bit of pressure on them. I mean, obviously they had that set when they were down big, and they ended up.
But that
in the
we discussed
match.
Also that kind of was they were already up 2-0 in that, and they did fall behind, and it wasn't a killer for them. I think they just, not that it was a throwaway set, but they did. It went fast. Let's just put it that way.
Well, and what you don't want doubt to creep into your mind if you're Fresno City, and they're a good enough team. There's no reason they should be doubting, but we do see just a little bit kind of different body language, different facial expressions that you're not sure, okay, this is not how it usually goes for us. How are they going to respond to that adversity?
Yeah, this team isn't really a stranger to success and keeping their composure. Talk about the win streak on the season. Good swing, good block there. Quick set for Leak.
Keep feeding her.
Yeah, you look at the high schools for Fresno City. It's interesting who they pull some of the players from, and that Clovis area is a big volleyball hotbed in the north. And Marina Gonzalez is from Clovis North. Carrie Leak is from Clovis, and Destiny Vang's from Clovis East.
Set up, Keene.
Nice
Tools
swing.
it, and it's out.
Really high level swing by Keene to tool the block there. That set was about 5-6 feet inside the court, and she just rips it off the block. Great tool.
Leak 6 kills, no errors in 10 attempts.
Savannah back to the service line, tied up 5-all, set 2 Vang, nice pass. They set up Marina saved by Smith. They'll bump it over, free ball coming for the Rams. Leak. They go to Leak on the slide, big swing and it's in. Using all of the court, back judge signals that it's in, and Leak another kill to her total.
I am not sure why Emmerling's setting anyone but Leak right now. Why would you set that first ball to somebody else? Go to your hot hitter.
It's tough when you have Leak, but you also have Marina Gonzalez. Carippo's been very good this weekend. Yeah. You like to have options as a setter. I know Nabil would agree with that.
Yeah, you need to have options, but you also need to set hitters that are scoring for your team, not the others.
He would also agree with that as well.
I think also it's something to remember, and we've already discussed this earlier, and that's Katie Emmerling's only been setting for 3.5 months, and she's not a veteran setter. She's not an experienced setter. She adjusted to becoming setter, but like you said, get it to the hot hand.
Yeah, you gotta understand where points are being scored.
That one going long, so the service error bug kind of plaguing the Rams here. Does American River have a service error?
Let's take a look, and the answer to that question is no. No service errors for American River.
They're up 1-0, down 7-6 here. They go to Briggs, and Briggs responds with the slide. A little versatility from Abby.
Yeah, we're seeing the strength of Fresno City there. It's, their outsides have carried them all weekend, and right now their middle blockers are carrying them a little bit. So it's nice to see the balance and strength of their team. I think definitely the two most balanced, well-distributed weapons. Those two teams are ARC and Fresno.
Back set, little tight. Linder makes the most of it with a dig. Castleman can't cover. Seven, 8. Adams now serving here for the Beavers. Going right after Marina. Marina did not handle that pass well. Tied up at 8-all. So the momentum now shifting in favor of American River. Adams another good serve right at Marina. She'll hit it out of the back row. Good swing on it. Keene digs that one out. Bump set coming from Savannah Smith. Johnson on the move. Dug out by Emmerling.
Nice set.
Far side. This is Gonzalez on top of the block. Adams right there. Well, gamesmanship there, and that's a net violation on Briggs, I believe.
American River's doing such a nice job just with their serving plan. They're doing what we call a 5-to-5 serve. So there's 6 areas on the volleyball court. The left back area where Marina's passing right now, number 1 for Fresno City. And the serve is coming from diagonally across the court behind area 5.
McDonald,
having trouble handling it.
Nice dig. We'll have a net violation. Castleman puts that one on.
On American River's side, Carson Loudon's got to like the play that she's gotten out of Linder. Allison Linder, she was coming into the state tournament. She only averaged 1 kill a set. She has 14 kills in 3 matches so far, with 3 in this match alone.
Linder on cue with the swing, but dug out by Campisi, bumped over by Castleman. Savannah, well pot, blocked over by Castleman and Briggs.
That's one of the first times in the state tournament we saw Wellpot just get stuffed.
Well, if you watched her yesterday, which I'm sure Fresno City and their 6 coaches did, they're going to have a plan and slow that kid down.
That one in. It's an ace for Fresno. Back to a 2-point lead. You may be thinking about calling a timeout after a point right here, potentially.
Yeah, we'll see.
Marina going after Johnson. Great pass. Back set. They'll go to Linder. Linder doubled and blocked and stuffed in. 12-9.
That set was really nice tempo. Well delivered. Just a little too close to that.
That combo of Carippo and Briggs.
That's going to go long.
Yeah, they call that one long.
So they didn't need to take the timeout to ice the server. Gonzalez sends that one past the back line, 12-10. Boda Jocelyn serving it up. Campese, nice pass, back set. She's Briggs, blocked over, Johnson.
I noticed they put in the second setter on this one, moving Smith up to the front row when they were trailing by 3. Now it's a 12-11 game.
Yeah. It's good rotation here for American River. Johnson, and Smith in the front row. Can they keep it here for a little bit? Castleman, good swing, better dig here from Adams. Johnson near side. She'll put it in play, but not down. Carippo looking for the dink, and right there, it's hanging up.
A lot of energy. Coach Terrell, I was going to ask you about that. What is the biggest difference between having that 6-2 against the 5-1, or what is the advantage or pro and con to either?
The advantage to a 5-1 is you get the same set of hands delivering every ball, right? So there's consistency. All of your hitters know what to expect. The advantage of a 6-2 is
big swing, Castleman!
As she puts that ball straight down. The advantage of the 6-2 is you get a chance for a bigger front row, so probably a better blocking matchup, and you're always going to have 3 attackers in the front row. And then if you bring an attacker out of the back row, you have 4 attackers against 3 blockers.
That one going long from Briggs.
It's contagious. The missed serves are contagious right now for Fresno City.
That's 5 service errors for Fresno.
13 all. Quick set in the middle. Leak trying to put it down. Johnson right there. Bumped over to the far side. The lefty, Savannah Smith, will send it over. Good pass from Campese. Roll shot here from Castleman. Smith all over it. Bump set. Keene. A nice joust ball on the net. Emmerling off of a touch from Wellpot.
Don't forget, Emmerling was an outside hitter. And she has size.
Yeah, she's a good player.
And Vang now to the back line to serve for Fresno City, already with a 1-point lead. And can she maybe go on a run here?
She didn't even put a tough serve in the play.
Does exactly that. Goes right after Johnson. Johnson sets up Keene. Good swing. Cross court. Uses all of it for the point. A quick side out on Vang's serve for American River.
Really nice swing there. Expect this ball to go to Leak. Number 7, Fresno City.
Back into the front row here. Emmerling, Leak, and Carippo. They go to the slide, they do. Leak right on cue, down the line. Beautiful placement on the slide going line there from Carrie Leak.
Absolutely. It's clear to me that American River and Fresno City both had really good scouting sessions, and they're forcing each other to do something different than what made them so successful the past 2 days. It's a really nice job by the coaches here, game planning, and of course the players executing. That's what matters more than anything.
You know, Mike, from an attendance standpoint, you don't see as many red shirts in the stands from Fresno City, and American River has a pretty big fan contingent here.
Yeah, maybe it's a proximity thing, I don't know, but Fresno City did bring their cheerleaders, so I'd give them bonus points for that.
Yeah, but American River brought their mascot, the Beaver.
Wow. So
Beaver in the house. That's for sure.
There's a touch on that ball, for sure.
Indeed, that's what they do call. So Keene with the kill. Cuts it to a 1-point deficit, 16-15 in set 2. It's 1-0. American River on top of Fresno City. Championship Sunday here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mike Cepeda, Robert Lewis, Mike Terrell with you on today's broadcast. This one, roll shot from Leak. Smith setting up outside, moving the block over, one-on-one down the line, and it's out from Keene. Pretty nice set there from Smith to move everything over.
Great set. Unfortunately, Keene kind of let this ball, instead of picking it off over her right shoulder, kind of let it come across her body and then had to over-rotate, and unfortunately, the line does not move.
Fresno City, Carrie Leak, 8 kills, 14 attempts, hitting .571.
Quick set in the middle. They go to Linder. Linder off of the chest of Vang. McDonald out of the back row. Smith bump set. Keene roll shot. McDonald right there again. Emmerling tries to dump it over. Savannah Smith read it perfectly. Linder on the far side going cross court. That's McDonald.
Great
Gonzalez.
Set.
That one on the other side of the antenna.
Yep.
Well, I guess I misspoke. Spoke too early.
The set looked like it was there, but it it caught Gonzalez fading away. If she's attacking into it, just the timing a little off there.
We talk about a perfect set being 3 feet inside the antenna, 3 feet off the net. That is the golden zone for attackers to hit on the pins.
17-16. This is a point of set 1 where American River really went on a run.
Like
so
that.
much for that. Fresno gets it out to a 2-point lead. Marina Gonzalez with a cross ball.
You put the ball there, that lets your big hitters do the work. Marina may even get back on track for Fresno City's left side attack here with a swing like that.
That was just her 3rd kill in the match.
Emmerling going after Keene. Outside Johnson. Takes a little bit off of it.
Another good
Gonzalez again. Huge dig from Madeline Adams. Johnson with a swing. Campisi with a dig.
No.
Emmerling looking for the spot. It's going to go wide.
Doing too much. Keep it simple. Marina is telling her, hey, give me this ball. You see how hard I hit the last 2 you set me? Do it again. 3rd time's a charm.
18-17. The lead to Fresno. Gonzalez after the bump set, moving to her left. Smith with a back set. Linder with a dink that's going to go wide. And Linder's cooled off a little bit after a hot start.
Fresno up 2 points here.
Well, Linder was blocked earlier, if memory serves, and she's been a little tentative ever since.
Fresno's going to need a little bit more out of Carrippos at 7 attackers. She has 3 kills, but she has 7 attack errors.
Carrippo, right on
that one.
Right on the mark.
I what do I say? You know, I mean, I
it's
set it up.
It's the anti-jinx.
I think I'm the setter. I set it up and it delivers.
Fresno City, the first to 20 here in set 2. Timeout, American River. Fresno City not letting set 2 get away from them. 20-17 on top of American River after the Beavers took set 1 with a huge finish.
It's not over yet. I mean, you know, we're not up to 23 points or whatever. It's interesting to see the juxtaposition of coaching styles. You watch Fresno City's timeout, and they kind of go break up by positions, and the coaches with each position. In American River, big circle arms around each other, talking as a group. Great serve.
Going after Johnson, out of system. Johnson out of the back row. Great swing. Gonzalez, nice pass. Far side. Carrippo. Adams right there. Overpass. Castleman hammers it home.
You know, Lily Johnson for American River, she has only 1 kill. She was our 2nd leading kill leader during the regular season. And she's done it. She's actually had a good playoff here. She had a couple of double-digit kill games, and she only has 1 kill in the championship match.
And that's what I was. Great swing.
Emmerling. It's dug out. Linder. Send it over. Free ball here. Quick set. Briggs. Smith right there. Keene won't catch up to it. Will they be able to get it over?
How did they save that one? Wow.
Unlucky.
Unbelievable effort there from American River. Coach, you talked about the effort level of this Beaver squad. Really unmatched this week, and we see it there even in a lost point.
You'll take it. I mean, if your kids are playing that hard, you're going to live with the results. No
Absolutely.
matter what happens.
Outside, tough set, hit into the antenna.
Another tough attack for Johnson.
We got another timeout coming. Yep.
Coach Carson Loudon will talk things over. The lead is swelled to 6, 23-17 at the end of set 2.
You always want your leaders to step up, and after that service error there, but both teams, their top players have stepped up in this championship match. Carrie Leak, 8 kills, hitting .571, and Savannah Smith, statistically, 7 kills in 10 attempts, hitting .700. She has 6 assists, 8 digs, and 2 blocks.
Fresno State's happy.
Emmerling, yeah, absolutely. Castleman gets it over. Smith back into the front row with a kill.
Big kill.
Amazing
8 for 11.
It was a 12-1 run to end set 1 for American River. That was out of a timeout. And let's see if they can maybe respond here to get things close here at the end of set 2.
Yeah.
Fresno City 2 points away from tying this one up. Campisi outside. Carippo. Tough set. Rolled over. Smith. Unbelievably, they go back to Savannah. Big swing. Coverage not there.
9
versus
kills.
the double block, and Savannah Smith has it going. It's funny because the setting's a little off from Savannah today, but her hitting game has been fantastic.
She's on fire.
Sensational. She's hitting .750. 9 kills. 12 attempts.
I haven't really seen her out of the back row, but do you maybe think about transitioning to a 5-1 with Jocelyn? Because Jocelyn's been pretty good setting the ball today.
Yeah, she has done a great job, and it'd be nice to leave Savannah Smith in there to attack back row. Here she is, hits the ball in the same spot she got the last kill.
23-20. No, they go to the middle. They go to Wellpot. Not a bad choice there. Wellpot puts it in. 23-21. Timeout, Fresno City.
4-0 run.
Another response out of a timeout. A quick 4-0 run has closed the gap. 23-21. A timeout to potentially ice the server. Jocelyn, no such doing. Emmerling sets up outside. Castleman delivers. Set point. Castleman very impressive here in the first 2 sets for Fresno City. Another added weapon. You have Carrie Leak. You have Carippo, Gonzalez, and now Castleman coming alive, the freshman from Minarets.
That's her 5th kill.
You just love players taking big swings in big pressure moments.
Savannah Smith, set not perfect. Leak keeps it alive. That's a double tap.
Oh, well. All you got to do is side out once.
Side out once for the set. Let's see if American River can go on a 2-point run to force a win by 2 situation. Emmerling back set. Castleman the hot hand right now. Blocked over by Keenan Wellpot.
Oh, no.
Back set. Illegal touch.
Wow.
One more time. 24-23.
And Gonzalez there trying to be a little too tricky. We say make the simple decision, simple choice, and she clearly can execute that play. She wouldn't have tried it otherwise, but it might have been better to go straight in front of her to 19 on the right.
Nice pass from Marina. Leak to end the set.
She sure did.
1-1. We head into set 3, tied up at a set apiece between American River and Fresno City. It's the 2018 Women's Volleyball Championship in the 3C2A. 1-1 American River and Fresno City battle in the 3C2A on Championship Sunday. Gentlemen, we have a ball game.
Mike, when two players step up and they happen to be an All-American, and Carrie Leak, she has 9 kills, 15 attempts. She's hitting .600. And then Savannah Smith for American River, it's her best hitting game in the entire tournament. She's 9 kills and 14 attempts, also no errors, .643. She has 8 digs, she has 6 assists, and she has 2 block assists.
Well, in talking with Coach Carson Loudon before the game, they really wanted to get her going. She plays better when they play faster, and they've made that transition attack big focus for American River. Really served them well in set 1, but Fresno City with a terrific response in set 2, and that's a big block up front between Leak and Savannah Smith. Leak getting the better of it as the Rams continue to roll here.
Let's see if they go back to Savannah. I think we got to look for American River to get Keene and Johnson going a little bit. Oh, no.
Tough serve.
And, we've highlighted Johnson and Leak, but
Bang with another
neither
ace.
team
That's her
overall.
third ace, by the way.
Nice, yeah.
Sorry.
Little serving pressure because overall team hitting percentages aren't that high.
Back set, Savannah going wide. There's a touch.
First attack error.
No,
they
There's
got
a
it.
touch.
They got it. They got the touch. You're right. 10 kills for Smith. She's still perfect.
Well, look, neither team is showing it because American River looks like they're still siding out because they clearly knew there was no touch. That was a phantom touch, as we call it.
Coach Karen Roby, can we see that one more time? Can you bring back the slider here, Emery?
Savannah Smith's ball cleared the block by about 2 feet. There's no touch there. That is what we call free points.
Well, American River will say thank you very much. They're on the board, 2-1.
And Savannah's still perfect.
Gonzalez. We go to Leak on the slide. She puts it into the tape, and
That's Leak's first error. How about that?
coming down there, it looks like instead of hitting it on the way up at the high point of her upper jump.
Well, nobody's perfect. It's okay.
Yeah, but
Just
Savannah Smith is.
Set me again. No, she just had 2 errors. She got blocked and hit it up. Oh, no, she got a kill for that one.
That's what I'm saying.
But she got blocked the play before that. That's what you forgot, Rob.
Illegal contact called against Mia Carippo.
They didn't call that in the statistics.
She got roofed by Leak on her first swing this set.
You're right.
If you don't remember.
They got it.
Yeah,
They got it.
Thank you.
Hey, we get up in years. Sometimes the memory starts to fade. I can barely know what happened yesterday.
I know.
I remember what I had for breakfast, though. I think.
Well, it's easy when you get the continental breakfast at the Fairfield Suites. And do we have a touch? No touch there. That one just out. Leak can't believe it.
Oh, we got a yellow card coming out.
Is that against Coach Robley?
No.
Against Leak. Leak very animated right now.
Number 4, Carippo.
Okay,
That's
Carippo.
I disagree with that. I think the referees maybe made a couple of mistakes. And you know what? What we would rather hear from the referees is say, hey, you know what? We might have missed that one. We're going to do our best to call what we see. But let's go play some volleyball here. That's what I would rather hear from the ref.
In my experience, that rarely happens.
Coach, tell everybody about the yellow card. What's the significance?
Big swing from Leak.
It's a slap on the wrist. It's just a warning. It's just a warning. If you get a red card, then that turns into a point for the other team.
Red card, does that result in an ejection of that player or the offending party?
No, it does not. It's just a point for the other team. You can get ejected, though, although I haven't witnessed that in my 12-year volleyball coaching career personally.
4-3, one-handed set from Jocelyn. Keene able to get that one over. Campisi bump set, free ball coming. Marina Gonzalez. Smith, are they going to go to the hot hand? They will. The lefty whip off of the block, not down. But yes, it is. Vang unable to contain it. Plenty of time. That ball got up. I'm surprised there was a late reaction there.
And we saw that with Wellpod in the last set as well. When you touch the ball, we got to get used to looking up because the ball's probably up in the air if you don't know where it is. And the front row player could have played that ball.
Both Smith and Leak are in double digits in kills, and it's early in the third set.
Linder, that one out. I think it looked like Savannah Smith. That was going to be the set for Savannah. And Linder bumped into her, so Linder had to go and approach, and she was off the mark. Campese will serve it, trailing by 1. Smith setting. She sets the middle for Linder. Linder looking for the dink. Emmerling with a jounce ball, and Briggs will win it.
Interesting, in the first set, Fresno hit just 0.27. They came back to hit 267 in the second set to win that and come back, rally from that one-set deficit to tie it.
That's more like it. That's a winning hitting percentage.
5-all here in set 3. One apiece. Keene tooling it.
Well, in all sports, speed kills, and we talk about Coach Nabil Mardini actually gave a coaching clinic this morning and talked about how speed kills, and that in volleyball, we like a high first contact, and then we want to go fast with that second contact. Savannah Smith setting fast to the pin. There's another fast set to the pin, putting a lot of pressure on the defense.
Keene, no, they're going to say that one hit.
It was up. They called a double contact on Savannah on the second one. A little unlucky, a little off balance. But again, speed kills.
6-all. Fast game here, Coach. Castleman off.
Fresno City's got a mistake. They've got Vang in the front row, number 5. Their shortest player, but they get away with it.
They got away with it, yeah.
The sub was laid off the bench, but it didn't matter. That's funny. Anything can happen.
She's laughing about it at the far end with Carrie Leak.
Yeah, it's funny when you get the point.
What a serve.
Yeah, it would not have been a funny
Everling.
And Adams wrong-footed there, a little bit on her heels, and that one drops off the table.
Ooh.
Timeout.
Wow.
Coach Carson Loudon will want to talk things over and settle down her troops. Well, the timeouts have really spurred ARC down 8-6 here in set 3. Let's see if they can come back and make a response right here.
You took the words right out of my mouth. American River's been gone on 4-point runs out of almost every timeout.
Lily Johnson right on cue. 8-7.
Wellpot back in. See if we get that 5-5 serve we were talking about.
Wellpot, Linder, Johnson in the front row. Great serve. This is a free ball coming. Back set, no, quick set. Wellpot blocked in, and it's Briggs and Castleman.
Another ole, unfortunately, by Linder, number 7 on American River.
That's a tough read.
Assistant coach Rianne Falls telling her, turn and run. Get those feet cycling so you can touch that ball. That was in play as well. We've seen a couple of those balls.
Great pass outside. Johnson with the dink and the kill. Boda Jocelyn now serving, and this is the rotation that's been very successful here today. For American River, Savannah Smith, Johnson, and Wellpot in the front row. Outside, Castleman.
Great high hand swing. Again, another tool. Call that a tool in volleyball, using the high hands off the block.
Briggs, nice serve. Bump set from Jocelyn.
Oh.
It's nice placement there from Savannah Smith. That one blocked back over from Carippo.
Setting the
Emmerling.
setter. I love it.
Savannah down the line with the hammer shot.
I think if that was the libero or the outside hitter digging that ball, maybe it has a chance. Unfortunately, Fresno City's middle looked a little surprised that ball came at her so quick down the line.
10-9. Back and forth we go here in set 3. Gonzalez, nice pass, quick set, Leak with the kill. Leak just so powerful in the middle. Such a presence.
A little more physical than Wellpot, and we see Wellpot there, and something we teach our players is I don't necessarily care how high you get, I care how far over on the other side of the net you
What
get.
type of penetration can you garner on the block? So key. Johnson bump set far side. Keene, that's a pretty good set. And a kill. That's great placement from Boda Jocelyn. Look, the swing is there. We know Keene's going to get it if you can set her up for success. And that was perfectly placed by Boda Jocelyn.
Absolutely. Great set.
Adams
set
will come
location.
off here. Wellpot to the back row. It's Keene, Savannah Smith, and Menard up front.
How about Boda Jocelyn? She has 19 assists so far in this match.
Quick set, Leak again. Carry Leak.
She's got strong shoulders. Says, hop on, team. I'm going to carry you. Let's go.
Leak and Smith have matched each other. They both have 12 kills.
Wow.
This is just the third. This could go 5. This could go 5.
Battle of your all-state selections right there, that's for sure.
We haven't had a 5-set match this weekend.
We
have
have
Robert?
not. We have not.
What better time than now in the final? But
Quick
I'll
set,
give-
middle,
Ooh!
Menard! Leak right there with the roof!
she's going to call another timeout.
Well, Coach, you're a big advocate of this single elimination format over 3 days. Got a quality match here for this championship final, don't we?
Absolutely. We have the two best teams. In my mind. Great set. Oh, you got to hit that.
Savannah Smith. It's a great save there. Gonzalez able to get that over. They go back to Savannah with a good swing, dug out by Campisi. Back row, McDonald. Outside, Keene blocked over by Leak again. And Emmerling.
Leak is a point-scoring machine, and American River feeling the pressure. Has to call her second timeout of this third set.
12 kills, 4 blocks now for Leak.
Doing it all.
Again, second team All-American, stepping up in a championship match. What more can you want? She was not as big a factor in those first 2 playoff matches here. She didn't have the high kills. Yes, she was
a factor in spurts, but no, not the consistent
not the
force
way-
that we've
not
seen here in the
today.
championship.
Not
That's
today.
for sure.
Right. And then again, another quiet figure for Fresno City. We haven't mentioned her name much, but she actually had some pretty good numbers. Is Abby Briggs had 5 blocks, 1 solo, 4 assists, and of course Castleman, 6 kills, 3 blocks, and Katie Emmerling is doing her thing, right? 24 assists. She has 2 aces, 7 digs, 2 block assists.
Yeah, really, Castleman's really the player that stood out to me for Fresno City. Obviously, Leak's been the consistent force, but Castleman, you've got some from her. You've got a lot out of Briggs. Briggs second on the team coming in blocks on the season. She's been a force on the net.
And here's what's crazy. Last night, when they swept Gavilan, it was Gonzalez, Marina Gonzalez, and Mia Carippo doing all the work on hitters. 12 kills each. Today, those 2 players have been quiet. Marina only has 3 kills. Carippo has 4 kills and 8 attack errors. So it's really changed who's been stepping up for Fresno.
Another block this time from Leak being Gonzalez. Keene gets it over the block. Bang right there. Great pass, great set. Leak can't get it down. Jocelyn digs it out. Bump set from Adams. Savannah Smith and a net violation on Fresno.
Well, we saw out of that last timeout, Coach Loudon from American River was more animated than I've seen her this weekend. So we'll see if that lights a fire under her team.
Colorful coaching huddle, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Quick set in the middle. Leak getting a little taste of her own medicine, but I believe that was a net violation. Going to go against Keene was the signal. So back to a 4-point lead for Fresno City.
Leak and Smith, 13 kills each now.
Campisi serving. Great serve, barely over the tape, and Briggs.
Overpass.
Starting to get away from the Beavers.
Yeah, it's actually an important stat in volleyball is the number of times you get aced, so an error receiving, plus the number of overpasses that you give another team is correlated highly with winning. When that number is low, you tend to be a really good team.
Keene off of a touch. It's a good read by Campisi to try to get a touch on it. That ball was going out, but after it was blocked up front.
And Keene putting a little extra on that ball. I like that swing out of her. Maybe that'll show her team, hey, it's okay to go for it.
We were back and far away, and really Savannah Smith setting the tone in that department. Near side, Gonzalez through the block and down.
And there's
Smith
another
late.
situation where the blocker could have made a play and dug that ball in that first contact. As we talked about earlier, we want 6 volleyball players on the court. Go make that dig after you touch that ball.
17-12, Fresno with the lead here. Nice pass from Adams. Linder punching it to the back row. It's going to be out. Well, the pass was there. The set, not so much. And Linder has to punch that one over on a tight set.
Unfortunately, she punched a little too hard. I like the idea of that shot she was trying to execute.
18-12. Linder sets up back row. Keene with a good swing. Campisi right there.
Nice set.
Bump set for Marina Gonzalez. Linder and Menard can't contain it.
Gonzalez starting to heat up.
The buzzsaw that we've seen throughout the weekend that have been the Fresno City College Rams, we see them right here in set 3. Going to have a substitution. Simmering.
Her first appearance, Ava Simmering out of George Washington.
Menard.
There she goes.
Simmering will come on for Linder.
It's got to be a thrill for her to get into a championship match.
Ava Simmering, freshman outside hitter from George Washington. Comes in 19-13 Fresno. Adams serving. Goes right after Marina Gonzalez. Great serve. Marina!
That's 3 kills for Gonzalez in the last 4 points.
Well, she was huge yesterday.
12 kills.
And
looking that win over Gavilan.
Looking for a punctuation mark here in set 3. Good serves. Finding Johnson. Quick set in the middle for Wellpop. Blocked over by Briggs.
That looked like
Simmering nearly trips up Smith on the set. Castleman with the swing into the block. Tools it.
Fresno rolling right now.
The Rams on a mission here.
Julie Castleman now has 7 kills to go with 3 blocks.
3 seed out of the north. Outside, Johnson.
So we notice when these players are making aggressive, fast last 2-step approaches to the ball, jumping and swinging hard, the result tends to be pretty good. When they're not doing that, they're being a little too tentative, they tend to lose those rallies. Let's see if American River can just kind of feed off of that, and hey, it's just one at a time, chip away.
21-14, you need a little momentum going into set 4 regardless of the outcome. Carippo dug out by Adams. Bump set over to Johnson. Johnson on the move.
Lily Johnson's having a really, really tough match, and it's a bad timing for the Beavers. Johnson has been so consistent in this tournament, but not today. Her numbers right now, so I take a quick look.
That's what I like to see is that she doesn't look phased. She's still talking to her teammates. She's still leading her team. She's still connecting. Her setter goes
they go right back to her, and a response.
That emotional stability is so important. And we talk about sometimes faking it till you make it. And volleyball is such a unique sport. Every rally is only worth 1 point.
Just her 5th kill.
And an ace as he goes back to the service line and delivers.
I bring up a name and then they start performing, right?
Yeah, but you were talking about how bad of a night she was having.
Right, and
regardless,
now
she was still
the other
mentioning
way.
it.
Right, exactly. Right. It doesn't
You want
matter. Doesn't
credit
matter
for
what
everything
it works.
you
It
say.
works. It works
Oh,
either way.
okay.
Come on, coach.
Got it.
Adams, free ball coming from Jocelyn. Marina, back set leak, tight set. Wellpot keeps it alive. Great
Keene.
set for Keene, but it's out.
The American River's hitting, other than Savannah Smith, it's not been very strong. The overall, let's get an update on that. They are at a hitting percentage of just 160 for the match.
Tough spot right here with Vang
Fresno
at the service
202.
line for American River. Adams, tough serve again. It won't go down as an ace, I don't believe, but essentially the same effect.
Yeah.
Set point and set 3 for the Rams.
No, they gave
That's
an
an
ace
ace.
to Vang. They gave
Did
an
they?
ace to Vang.
Well, with good reason. Back set, Savannah Smith.
Look at that
Chester, but
Wow.
Vang digs it out.
Wow.
Still going. They go right back to Savannah.
Good swing.
Tools it off the high hand.
How appropriate, huh? Savannah Smith has just been having a terrific match.
Yeah, but
Keep
we've
set
seen
3 alive.
Fresno City. I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. It's a bit too much for ARC this set, but we'll see. I mean, we've seen ARC respond from that sets like
That's
this,
it.
and there they go.
Locked
Rip
out.
out.
Set 3 goes to Fresno. We head to set 4 with the Rams. 1 set away from a title 2018. Two to 1 Fresno on top of American River. The 3 seed from the north looking for another title here in 2018. Mike Cepeda, Robert Lewis, and Kelly Van Winden with us. And Coach, thanks for coming on. We really appreciate your time. And
She also said Kelly was the longtime coach at Napa Valley College for 15 years, a 2-time All-American at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
I was, and it's really
How
exciting.
about that? I looked up your bio.
You knew me a little bit, right? Oh my gosh. It is so exciting to see this level in Northern California and to have 2 Northern Cal teams present here. It's my understanding that the
First
last
time?
Well, in the 70s, there were 2 teams, am I correct?
Pre-record. Right, because 77 was really the quote-unquote official start of the state championship tournament.
Correct.
Being recognized. Sports for women was not recognized before 1977 from a statistical standpoint.
You got it. And so this is what is, I'm from Santa Barbara, and I've seen this sport emerge, but a lot slower in the north part of the state. And so this is exciting.
tell me about this connection you have with both Fresno and American Ribbon. First with the player, the middle blocker.
Kendall Whitepot's a freshman out of Dixon, and she joined our volleyball program over in Napa, where I coach. And so I had the privilege of coaching her last year, and she is she's a catch. You can watch her energy out there. She's pretty dynamic, if you will. Yes, and then Kieran O'Leary, as I know her, the head coach at Fresno, actually is from my hometown of Santa Barbara. And
she was a great volleyball player back in the day, in the 80s, right?
You got it. So I'm just sitting here going, oh my gosh, this is so interesting. I walked in and I knew that there was a Kieran at that school, but she's married and has a new last name. Right. And so when I looked at her, I'm like, I know her.
Kieran Robley.
There it
is. And Coach, again, as we're getting ready into this fourth set, the North, top 4 seeds don't even make it in. That's got to be, the North coaches got to love this, right?
Well, we do, because there's so many good players in the area now. And so coaches are able to recruit to every JC.
Why do you think there was been this changing of the guard between the North and the South? This will be the 4th state title from the North since 2013.
I think that the level of play has finally caught up. And so now we're on an even playing field. There's so many good volleyball programs, clubs, high schools. And now all of the Northerners are getting to play it. And look at these benches. I mean, they're stacked. There's so many good. There's a lot of talent in here.
A lot of depth here for both teams. 2-1, American River, and that one out 3-1. It's a 2018 Women's Volleyball Championship in the 3C2A. Mike Cepeda, Robert Lewis, and Kelly Van Winden with you.
Coach, you've been watching this match since you've been here, and tell us what do you think? What's Fresno? They seem to just be really consistent and a balanced attack, and Coach Robley loves that balance.
They're balanced, they're dynamic, they're explosive, they serve very well with a lot of different serving styles, and that, I think, put some pressure on AR last set.
Yeah, Destiny Vang has been terrific from the service line. Oftentimes we've seen her go on a run.
What do you think about the bounce back for American River from Washington State?
Blocked over from Castleman.
Savannah Smith.
Love it. Repeat that, Robert. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Savannah Smith, the bounce back and all-region selection for American River. She was a bounce back from Washington State University.
Yes. Well, she's a huge factor on that team, but boy, does she have a great supporting cast.
And Andrea Keene,
they are
another strong hitter, huh?
They really, really have a nice balance. Look at how much smaller they are.
Big time set, not down though. Joust ball at the net, still alive. Boda Joslin keeps it alive. Keene near side, off of the block. Quick set for Leak. Good rally. The lefty, Savannah Smith with a swing. Gonzalez gets it up out of the back row. Back row attack. Gonzalez right there. Here's Adams with the bump set. She'll go to Savannah. She'll push the line. Not there. Vang gets it up. Middle set. Carrie Leak!
And Coach, after that kill there by Leak, there's another thing. We haven't spoken too much about it at the tournament row that they've hosted. Darla Williams. Tell us about Darla Williams and her job at Solano.
Well, what she's done here to provide for the state tournament has been unmatchable. In terms of the northern part of the state, she has done an excellent job hosting here.
Still going. This is an incredible rally to save the rally and keep it alive for American River. Now they have an opportunity here. Bump set near side. This is Keene going angle, and it's in!
And Coach, as exciting as this match is, I was curious to ask you, when you were doing your playing days, what's the biggest difference in volleyball from then and now?
Gosh, the libero is a huge factor. The jump serve across the whole entire back line is another big factor. And the side-out scoring. It makes every ball important. The momentum swings dynamically.
Center down from Emmerling. Kept alive. Joust ball at the net. Net contact going to go against Keene.
And people forget about the side outs and the games that went up to 15, and that it wasn't until the early 2000s that they changed to the rally scoring.
Exactly, and it's changed the way you play. The first contact on that side outside of the ball is so critical. Your percentages have to go up in that arena where it's really hard to rebound.
American River still with a 5-4 lead. Not anymore. Tied up 5-all after the ace. How many aces is it today here for Fresno City?
Well, let's take a look. Go ahead, Coach.
they're just picking it up off the service line, and AR, when I walked in, was passing very well. Right now, they are struggling.
That's 8 aces now for Fresno, 4 by Destiny Vang.
Well, they have the only service errors of the match belong to Fresno, but they've made up for it in the service game. Big swing there from Savannah Smith.
You know, Savannah Smith is just on a roll. She has now 14 kills and 26 attempts. She's hitting 500. Actually, that's her 15th kill, over 500, 12 assists, 9 digs, 2 blocks.
Huge. And there you
that one
have
coming our way. Great effort by Emmerling. And Mike Terrell was talking about the effort of American River. How about the effort of both of these teams? One of the reasons why you find them in the final here on Sunday.
Also, it's funny, we talk about Fresno City being the business-like team as opposed to American River. It's the high-energy team, but I'm seeing a lot of emotions on both sides right now, especially with Fresno City.
And in terms of maintaining that composure with the emotions, Fresno not necessarily doing a great job right now. They're overpassing, a little overzealous, and it's costing them. They're down by 3 here in set 4. Emmerling outside, Gonzalez fading away with the kill. Great swing.
These runs are interesting because it is all based off of the serve pass game. You're looking at big swings coming off a good pass or not.
So Campisi will serve it up, trailing 8-6 for Fresno City. Back set, little off the mark. Menard gets it over. Quick set, middle, Briggs, down.
You know, one of the other things I see in terms of the junior college ball is right now you're counting about 5 deep, if not more, coaches sitting on the bench on both sides.
Yeah.
What a treat to have that much knowledge and that much of a gift for each of these young ladies.
That type of support system, you know, you're not only able to keep your players in check, but at the same time, you know, you pull talent and teaching knowledge from so many different arenas.
You just said it. That's exactly what these kids get, and they're getting better because of it.
That one tried to keep alive on the backside from Lily Johnson, but just too much power from Marina Gonzalez. We're tied up at 8-all.
Coach, it's got to be great to see a full gym on a Sunday, right? I mean, at a lot of championship matches back in the day, you would have a smaller crowd and people were going home and they weren't as interested. But now it's in the north. You got 2 north teams going for the state title. It's got to be exciting.
Exactly, and on the Sunday, right? I used to go to the tournaments, and you're right.
Roll shot from Keene. Linder does not react. The lead now with Fresno City at 9-8. Timeout, Carson Loudon for ARC. Nine to 8, the lead to Fresno City on top of American River. They're 1 set away from a title here in 2018. And the 3C2A, Keene from Smith, blocked over. Emmerling and Briggs.
And Mike, of course, Fresno City, if they win, it'll be 2 state titles in the span of 3 years. Yep. Their first title in 16.
They last won it the first year they transitioned to the 8-team format back at L.A. Pierce. And now an opportunity to win it up at Solano. Dispatching Gavilan last night. top seed in the North coming into this tournament. Vang, bit of an overpass. Emmerling puts it down. Adams right there. How about Adams with her digging prowess? Campisi, libero for Fresno City, setting up Marina. Marina tools it.
Both teams battling like no other in terms of the defensive side of the ball. It really comes back to, in the transition game, that set location, an opportunity to use that block or put it down.
It's a great job, great high hand swing from Marina Gonzalez. 3-point lead now for the Rams. Keene, back set, they go to the slide, that's Menard. Outside, this is Gonzalez again, go to the hot hand, why not? Emmerling goes right back to her one more time. She'll push the line and put it in. And Marina Gonzalez has come alive here in set 3 and now set 4 for Fresno City.
When does Coach Loudon have to call a timeout?
Probably pretty soon.
Yeah, that 4-point spread, we've got to slow it down somehow, either a sub or that timeout, yes.
Good serve again, bump set. Near side, not down, Marina. Yep, no, that's out. Thought that might have caught the back line real quick, but quick determination by the back line judge there. So 12-9, the bleeding stops momentarily for American River, and can they go on a rally?
This is a huge point of the match right now for American River. They're going to need to have a run.
Nice pass from McDonald. Huge roof.
Very big point.
And guess who? That's Ava Simmering. We hadn't seen Simmering all weekend until she was inserted here
Just
for Linder.
Inserted today. How about that?
And the freshman from George Washington making the most of her playing time here today in the championship. 12-10. Emmerling. Center dump.
Taking the momentum right back, right away after a good pass. Very nice decision by that setter.
Back to a 3-point advantage for the Rams. Emmerling now serving. Savannah Smith, tight set, Simmering. A little bit of disarray. Gonzalez going to get a swing on it. Roll shot. Keene right there. Near side. Johnson down the line. Emmerling digs that one out. We'll go back to Lily. Lily looking for a perfectly placed ball, and she gets it in the corner.
She took off of 1 foot, not getting her footing on a lower set than anticipated, and still figured out where to put that ball.
And now they get the switch the rotation, and in comes Wellpot and Johnson in the front row.
Along with Simmering. McDonald with a roll shot. Keene there. Near side, they'll go back to Johnson. Johnson blocked over by Briggs. Johnson again, a little bit more of an angle, and it's down.
Court.
That's a great adjustment by Lily Johnson.
I'm very impressed with her ability to see the court and do what she can with balls tight and off the net.
Well, we set a run. It was a 12-9 game, and now it's just a 1-point game.
13-12, and back and forth we go here in the final. Castleman, not much on it. Great pass, middle set, Wellpot looking for a perfectly placed ball. And she'll be on top of it as that one falls on the Fresno side. We're knotted up at 13 apiece.
I love the confidence that the Fresno City setter went ahead and set the middle on a big point play. We're all tied up.
Adams finds McDonald, handled well. Gonzalez looking for the middle of the court. Keene, near side, Johnson again with the roof. That was Castleman and Briggs. Castleman, Julie, has been fantastic in the final. She's had some highlights this weekend, but
Castleman has 7 kills and 5 blocks. Abby Briggs has 4 kills. She has 8 blocks.
Great swing from Simmering. Bump set, far side. That's Carippo. She puts it into the twine. Carippo still struggling here in the attack game.
And Carippo, that's her 9th attack error. She only has 5 kills. Yesterday in the semifinals, she had 12 kills.
14 all in set 4. Boda Josling on the serve, looking for Marina Gonzalez. Carippo with the left hand. Again, a miss hit. And the lead back to the Beavers.
A really tough set for her to get outside of. It was floating into the antenna. Even with her height, that was a difficult play for her.
And Coach Robley trusting her regulars, right? With Carippo, hey, look, you're making attack here, so what? We want you to get right back out there and make the plays.
Yeah, going with what works.
Free ball, great set, one-on-one. Johnson dug out by Marina. Good swing from Carippo. Back set, Smith looking for a spot, and that's going to be a net violation. Going to go against, it looks like, Briggs.
What about that dig by Maddie Adams?
Well, Adams has been the story of the tournament from the libero position.
And here's a timeout.
And it's starting to get away here from the Rams after they had really asserted themselves, and ARC has come on strong. Timeout on the floor, we'll do the same. Switch has flipped here in favor of American River, up by 2. They were down by, I believe, as many as 5 in this set.
And Mike, if American River wins this set, it would be the first 5-set tournament of the 2018 state tournament. There's been no matches. None of this quarterfinals or semifinals went longer than 4.
I'm not going to complain about that as a broadcaster. Carippo. Here's Johnson. Johnson blocked over onto the American River side. They move the block. Savannah Smith now. What a luxury it is to have Johnson and Smith. Big swing from Johnson. Great dig by Campisi. Carippo falling away. Keene right there. Adams would have been there had it gone to her. Roll shot. Can't get it over the tape. That's Lily Johnson.
You know, and we talk about Carippo. Lily Johnson also having her struggles. It's almost like they've neutralized each other because both Johnson and Carippo have been one of the best hitters at the tournament for each team.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here on both of those big hitters.
16-15, that one into the net. We're tied up at 16 all, and the aggressive service game continues for the Rams. They've been fantastic. Despite some errors, they've been more aggressive, and it's really served them well in the serve and pass game.
That's Fresno's 9th ace. Only 3 for American River.
Great pass from Savannah. Johnson set up, tooling the block. Emerling right there for coverage, and Leak can't get it over the net.
Fresno City is doing a beautiful job of taking ball on the block, and you can probably see that in the blocking, their successes on the blocking side, and their diggers are exactly where they need to be.
That's good coaching right there, that's for sure. Far side, Carippo. Johnson right there, that's a great pass. Sets up Keene a little bit too tight, hits the antenna. Hey, Coach, you just can't have that. That's a perfect pass. The set has to be there. You can't have an errant set after a perfect pass.
Well, I'm throwing out my nitty-gritty line right now because this American River is entering a zone where they're going to need to make some run, or Fresno City might pull this out in 4.
Yeah, they're going to have to create some separation right now. Good place to do so. Trying to set up Savannah Smith. They go to her again. No, they go middle. Well pot, looking for the hardwood. She's going to find it.
And that has been, they know they're going to go to that backside. They know they are, and so she's always got a double block. So that was a good decision by the setter to mix it up. Use the entire net.
Unorthodox middle blocker to be 5'8", huh?
It is, and her jump and her demeanor is very intense.
Gonzalez making Savannah work. Keene on the near side, blocked over. That's Emmerling and Leak. Tough answer or tough call to get that over that block. Leak with a hammer shot. Again, and Carrie Leak has been the player here today for Fresno City.
15th kill. Go ahead, sorry.
Exactly. She's making herself known in transition points. A dig makes that opportunity available for her, and she is ready for that ball.
You know, another player who stepped up in the last set or two has been Marina Gonzalez. She is up to 10 kills now.
And Marina, Carrie Leak, 18 all, set 4 of the 2018 Women's Volleyball Championship, and that is D1 gamesmanship right there from Savannah Smith. Bounce back from Washington State, sees it, sees the line wide open. She pushes there, and she scores.
No need to hit.
Her team, take away Smith, who has 17 kills and 31 attempts. She's hitting .516. You take that away, and American River's hitting close to 0. That means it's really her who's been the one stepped up for her
Without
team.
her, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, she's the MVP absolutely right now, holding this team. She's got a 2-point lead in set 4. Talked about ARC needing to create separation. We see it here at the end of set 4 at 2018. Gonzalez tries to respond, blocked over by Simmering. Free ball. Smith, back set, no, quick set, not high enough.
Leak.
Still going? No. Leak right there again. Well, as good as Savannah Smith has been hitting the ball, setting the ball has been a bit of a chore here for her today. Jocelyn has been the better setter, and Savannah Smith's been the better setter throughout the weekend, but not here today, but she's more than made up for it, attacking the ball. Briggs, that's in.
I love the fact that even it's 2020 and a player who had not played in the first 2 matches, Simmering is in for American River right now.
Holding her own. She's in the outside hitter spot. They're not afraid to set her, and she's had 2 critical blocks.
And Coach Loudon showing confidence in her.
Textbook vision here in set 4 at 20 all. Menard gets it over but not down. Gonzalez with a big swing off of the block. Adams can't catch up to it. 21-20. It's a battle to 25.
Timeout.
Fresno City 4 points away. Stay tuned. Match win streak coming in for Fresno City, 28, and it's a state title here in 2018.
Mike, they right now it's 83-7 on sets. 83 of the last 90 sets won by Fresno City College since that streak began.
Bang gets chested but keeps it alive. Simmering with a good swing, good placement. Emmerling right there, bumps that from Bang. Marina Gonzalez goes down the line, and Marina!
She is just on fuego.
Making a case for tournament MVP right now. It's her and Leak. 22-20, 3 points away for the Rams. Campese to serve it up here for Fresno City.
It felt like only 30 minutes ago I was talking about Gonzalez not doing enough, but she had 3 kills. She's up to 12.
She heard you. Simmering, huge hit. And Ava Simmering off the bench, keeping her team in it.
How about that? You got to love that.
Beautiful confidence swing by her, coming in with the blast. I'm going to fight back.
So Simmering with the crush ball cuts it to the slimmest of margins, 22-21. Vang, good pass. Emmerling outside. They go back to the hot hand. Marina, it's out. 22 all. Back and forth we go.
So different tempo set out to the outside. You see Marina telling her setter, please bring it down. Bring that down a little bit.
Look who's animated. It's Coach Loudon right now. She can feel it. She has a chance for her team to tie this match.
22 apiece. Quick set in the middle for Briggs, and it's right there. And Savannah Smith got caught on her heels.
Abby Briggs, 6 kills, 8 blocks.
Bain comes off. Castleman into the front row along with Gonzalez and Briggs. Emmerling in serving it up.
Sorry about that, Mike. The 6 starters for Fresno are all averaging on the points.
Johnson tools it.
They got it.
A touch.
That's a great job there by Lily. Well, we'll see it on the net cam here. Let's see it one more time. And indeed, looked like Castleman got a piece.
Well, she felt like it. She certainly acted like it, the way she's reacting to the official.
The way the hands came off.
It's a big point for American River, too.
23 all. Not the best pass. Set up a free ball here. Bump set from Adams. Johnson with a swing, and she'll find it.
What a job.
Set point to force set 5 for American River. Timeout, Karen Robley.
How about Adams on that set right there, huh?
What?
Right? Lily Johnson had a nice little spin there on that ball,
Coach,
and then she was able to rip it through.
Coach Mike Terrell talked about the sweet spot for a hitter. 3 feet in the court, 3 feet off of the net.
Yep.
Adams placed it perfectly. Johnson did the rest. Set point now to force a 5th set for American River at 24-23. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back in a moment. (24-23). Robert.
Coach and Mike, how about this? I haven't seen this at the state tournament this year. Triple-double. Savannah Smith, 17 kills, 16 assists, 10 digs.
Wow. Quite the stat line. I don't know if they have a fantasy volleyball league. Adams with another dig. Great set. Nobody with an approach, so have to free ball it over. Miscommunication there. Gonzalez with a big swing.
Got the kill.
And a kill. Win by 2 in set 4.
You can hear the crowd here. Huge support for both schools.
You can hear the crowd here. You can hear the crowd from Fresno.
Yeah, you can.
Gonzalez serving it up. Great pass from Johnson. She'll have a nice approach. The set not really there, but it's dug out by Campisi. Carippo puts it into the net, and the struggles continue here for Mia. Well, Kelly, you had talked about they had gone away from Carippo. She's been struggling. They try to go to her in crunch time and can't deliver. And 25-24, another set point for the Beavers.
Chance to extend it to 5 sets. Big serve.
Boda Joslin. Tough serve. Gonzalez handles it well outside. They go to Castleman. Doug, Adams, Johnson. Kept alive. Will it get over? It will. It'll stay alive.
They will
for the moment.
It's in the net.
Net violation. It looked like somebody got away with one. Savannah Smith drops the anvil to force set 5. 26-24.
Oh my.
Going to 5.
And we'll go to 5 for the state title in the 3C2A for 2018. We're going to 5 here in 2018. Mike Zepeda, Kelly Van Winden, Robert Lewis with you on today's coverage. Coaches, and what a match.
You know, coaches like Mike Terrell and Nabil Mardini, who's the president of the CCCAA, WVCA, Volleyball Coaches Association, they got to love this because of the very fact that they had pushed for the last couple of years to have this not only a single elimination format, but to have it over 3 days. So you would have it like the NCAA, and everybody resting instead of rushing to get to the next match in a double elimination, or in a situation where you have to play the semis and the finals on the same day. So this is the quarterfinals was on one day, the semifinals was on the second day,
yes.
And now we have the championship final, and that they were trying to promote for better quality matches. What more can you ask for? Fifth set state championship.
It's great because you had a piece, I believe, on the 3C2A website alluding to the fact that having that extra day off would provide a better quality match, and we're seeing set 5 here on day 3.
Terrific.
You know, it was. I had a tough time figuring it out. Why would you play back to back on one day and then have to play a final the next day? And it's a really good job and decision to not only get a higher quality of play, but avoiding injury. When you're playing that second game, a lot of different factors factored into the decision, but the right decision.
There was a volleyball social last night at the hotel, the Hilton, for the coaches. And Kanoe Bandy, the longtime coach at Taft College, and she's actually the retiring treasurer after 22 years for the association. She made a comment and said, "We never do this. We never do this." But they didn't have time. The tournament, I didn't have time as the SID for the tournament, and you actually had some time to do something after the matches, knowing that the championship was the next day.
Well, think about the film and the huddle and the film breakdown that these young athletes and their coaching staff get to look at. So you're wondering why we're going 5? They've done some homework. They know what they're looking for. It's
a battle of adjustments, both teams making them. A terrific job throughout the weekend by both Carson Loudon and Kieran Robley. About set and ready to go. Guys, spread the word if you're watching. You got some friends and family. SoCalCollegeSports.com, on YouTube, SoCal College Sports 1. And here we go, set 5. It's a block to start things off for Fresno City. It's Carrie Leak and Julie Castleman.
You can see the intensity rising.
And the crowd. A deafening silence right now in between points.
That's 15 team blocks now for Fresno City College.
Smith, good swing. Nice dig by Briggs out of the back row. Bump set from Adams. Adams sets up Johnson, and Lily delivers.
Lily Johnson just picked up her 10th kill. That means she's the only player in the entire state tournament that's had 3 double-digit kills in the tournament.
In the conversation with Coach Loudon before the match, they wanted to specifically go after Emmerling in zone 2 and 4, and right there Emmerling could not catch up to it. Great dig there, free ball coming for Fresno City. Here's Emmerling, back set, slide into the net and down on the Fresno side, 2-1. Every point so important here in set 5, a battle to 15.
Carrie Leak has 15 kills. That's only her 3rd error in the match. She also has 6 blocks. And of course, Savannah Smith, 18 kills, 16 assists, 10 digs.
Leak. Smith off of a touch. Oh, there was a clear touch.
They called it. They got it overruled down here.
We'll see it here. Obvious touch on the net.
I just saw Coach Loudon go, wow.
Well, the right call was made, 3-1.
And that is kill number 19 for Savannah Smith. Unbelievable.
Castleman down the line. That one's out. ARC rolling here to start set 5. Timeout, Fresno. Well, everyone, let's keep it here. What adjustments do you have to make? You don't have the time that you usually have. Set 5, it's a battle to 15. What are you talking about if you're Coach Karen Robley?
I'm talking, well, if it were me, I'd be over there going, let's settle in and pass first. And this young server serving from AR across the, she has a pretty consistent serve. It's dropping quickly, but we're pulling the ball off the net pretty consistently. Yeah. Correct? So they need to get their hits under that ball and take big swings. They do what they were doing.
Yeah. they've gotten away from it. Is it a matter of the moment? Is it a matter of composure? They were 3 points away from a state title, and now they're down 3 in set 5 to start set 5. They're in a dogfight.
They have been outscored in a series here, but I do not doubt this team at all. At all. You look at them and the intensity, people talking to each other out there, slapping each other's hands.
Yep.
They need a pass and they will get going. And look to them to go to number 7 here on the Fresno side. She is a big middle and has been performing beautifully.
Leak, a two-time All-American. A second-team All-American, I should say, this year. What's that old saying? You can't replace height, or
you can't teach it.
Can't teach height. Can't teach height. That's it.
Okay.
And that's with Leak. She's just a big presence for Fresno. See what happens here.
They'll bump up here for McDonald. McDonald can't put it away. They'll go right back to her. She'll push line and she'll score.
Fell on the outside hitter because the passes would not allow that setter to run the middle.
Coach, sorry there, Robert.
Yeah.
Coach, one thing I've observed here, it's been a busy match for Carrie Leak, and 2 times she's gone to the slide, which has been a very effective weapon for her. She's not been able to convert. Is fatigue maybe a factor here?
Could be, absolutely.
Outside, Keene, Campisi, back row, Marina finds it.
Beautiful D out of the backside of Fresno's offensive transition or defensive transition. Marina making herself available. Beautiful spot.
That's the 14th kill for Marina Gonzalez.
Cuts it to a 1-point deficit for Fresno. Still serving. Bump set. Roll shot. Gonzalez gets it back over. Adams right there. Back set. Savannah down the line. Dropping the anvil again. Savannah Smith up to 20 kills in the championship match.
She is critical to this team's success. She's one rotation away from going to the back. We need a run, or I should say AR needs a run right now with her still in the front set.
Wellpot now serving here at 5-3 for ARC. Outside, near side, and this one will go down for Kennedy McDonald. Back and forth we go. A nip and tuck affair in set 5.
This may take more than 15 points.
Got a feeling you might be right. Back bump set. This is Savannah down the line. Savannah Smith feeling it.
It is a Savannah Smith show right now.
Really is simmering.
I tweeted that too.
Coach,
on the association Twitter, I just tweeted the Savannah Smith show. That's exactly right.
Coach, I want to point out something. Carson Loudon, she went away from Linder. She brought in Ava Simmering back into the front row, and she's been a factor.
She's been a beautiful factor here. She's an outlet. She's smart. She's blocking. She's putting up a big block.
See it here, right there on Marina
Setting
Gonzalez. I don't know if that got over the tape.
No, it didn't get over.
No, it did not get over.
It did not get over.
4 touches. And it's a point for the Beavers.
7-4. Wow.
Yeah.
One more point for the changeover.
Smith serving.
Good serve.
Good serve. Great pass. Miscommunication between Emmerling and Leak.
And there they are trying to go to the middle. Really trying to go to the middle.
And we'll switch sides here at 8-4.
American River College has never won the state title. This is already their highest finish in their history. They actually finished tied for third 25 years ago at the 1993 state tournament. And here's a chance. They're 7 points away from winning the state championship.
And Coach,
American River.
You coached Carson Loudon?
I'm sorry?
You had a chance to coach Carson Loudon?
I did not. No, I did not coach Carson.
That was Mike Terrell, and Fresno responds here.
Another point out of a timeout.
This time for Fresno. They cut the deficit to 3, 8-5. Speaking of needing to go on a run, Fresno needs to do so in a hurry. Down by 3 in set 5. Outside, great set. Simmering, great adjustment on that ball. The set, a fast one. Simmering not necessarily ready for it, and she rears back, finds a spot, puts a great swing on it. back to a 4-point lead for the Beavers. Outside, Gonzalez. That one, a kill for Marina.
Marina is swinging with no reckless abandon. She's just swinging. She's going for it. She's got a good eye for when to swing and when to put the ball down the line.
It's all field. No thought process involved. 9-6.
15 kills for Gonzalez.
Back set, Menard in the middle. Still going. That's a great up from Fresno. Outside, Lily. That's out.
Wow. Tough call. That was a very close.
Very bang bang. We don't have the replay for you. 9-7. Very important point for Fresno going in their favor. Emmerling to the back row.
They've been serving very tough the whole match. This is going to be a big serve for Emmerling.
Gets it in. Tough one for Adams. Johnson will go back to it. McDonald digs it out. That one going wide from Marina.
Trying to find the line. She mishandled the ball with too big of a wrap on that ball.
She thought about it.
She knows the court.
Yeah. Five points away for ARC. Overpass. Lily Johnson. 4 points away.
Another timeout.
Fresno
That's it.
on the brink of elimination. ARC looking for their first state title in the 3C2A. 4 points away. Oh, 11-7. ARC 4 points away. Adams going to serve it up. Great serve. Just barely clearing the net. That one drops off the table. McDonald can contain it. 3 points away for the Beavers.
And another serve pass situation here.
And American River, the aces have not been a factor in this match, and they finally kept up a big one there.
Castleman with a nice pass. Sets up Marina. Marina going angle. That's in.
She spun that one, huh?
Really did.
She's asking for the ball. She wants the ball. She's here to compete.
Marina to the back row. Now you have another hitter in the back row. A little bit more versatility in terms of your offensive game. Briggs, McDonald, and Castleman up front. Back set. This is Wellpot. Can't score. Castleman can't get it over. So the kill will go to Wellpot. 2 points away for ARC. Locked in.
A little confusion in the passing lane on the Fresno City side. They're all set up.
American River, if they win it, the second time they'd win it against 5 sets.
Castleman blocked over. That one's out.
And now
championship match point for the Beavers.
This is really an unbelievable run by American River. This is a 27-match winning streak that's about to end.
Yes.
14-8. Back row. Marina into the net. That'll do it. ARC, your champion in the 3C2A for 2018.
Wow.
And how about this? They were the second place team in the Big 8 conference. So not even a conference champion that wins the state title out of the North.
It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Speaking of starts, ARC got off to a pretty good one here today. Fresno battled back. We go 5. And ARC Talk about resiliency. They were 3 points away from being ousted here. They force 5 and they win it.
And I mentioned it earlier, but there's an experience that American River had in the 5-set matches, a little bit more than Fresno. Fresno had 4, but American River played in 8 5-set matches this year, and they won a majority of them. And that, Coach Loudon's team knows what's like in a 5th set, bottom line.
They knew how to continue to move through it and not let their mindset get into we can't. It was just keep going, keep playing.
We'll take a break in the action. 15-8 in 5, 3-2. American River College, your champion here in the 3C2A for 2018. Back with some awards and some more words. It's ARC in 5 over Fresno City for their first ever state championship. We are joined by tournament MVP Savannah Smith. Wow, what a weekend. Would like to talk about days 1 and day 2. Not exactly all that great in terms of killing the ball. I talked about it with your coach, Carson Loudon, before this match, and they really wanted to get you going.
Yeah.
And get going you did, 20-plus kills en route to the win.
Oh my goodness. It's just full of emotions. Yeah, it definitely was that connection with my setter. The first 2 days were pretty rough, and we're still figuring out the flow of the play. But today we definitely connected really well, and we got some kills, and it was awesome. So.
Yes, yesterday it was Andrea Keene really spurring the defense, or the offense rather, and how about Kendall Wellpot? Wellpot was terrific. Can you talk about your synergy and your cohesion as a team?
Oh my goodness. Well, we have a lot of freshmen on the team, and I think the cohesion, it's been really great. We've connected so well with blocking this season. We focused on that so much in the beginning of the season, and it's just paid off because every practice we would go over blocking so much, and it's paid off.
Yeah, we were talking about how ARC was building a dam on the net, and really all opponents had trouble really getting through that block throughout the weekend. And you talk about yourself, Lily Johnson, Wellpot, Menard, just a terrific job on the net.
Savannah, just real quick, what you played against Fresno City earlier in the year.
Yeah,
you had a 5-set match against them.
our first tournament.
How much did that help going into this match?
Oh my goodness. I think we definitely knew what they were bringing to the table, but it was so early on that we knew that we had grown as a team. So we just prepared as much as possible for how they've grown throughout the season. And we came out and we definitely
Keep going.
Oh, no, we definitely just had a game plan, and we went through it, and it worked out. But
tell
they're
us
a great
about
team.
the game plan. What was that game plan going in?
Well, on the outsides, it's doing certain shifts and stuff for the certain attackers, which was kind of hard because they were tooling us that line.
Yeah.
So it was just adapting throughout the play, which we had to do, and I think we've done well over the 3 days. We're just adapting.
Absolutely, yeah, making the adjustments, and the necessary adjustments, for wins. I want to talk a little bit about Katie Emmerling, the setter for Fresno City. Now, you played Fresno earlier in the year, and she was not their setter. Then she transitions to setter.
Yes.
What's it like in the matchup early in the season versus the end?
Oh, my goodness. Well, she's a tall setter, and so she's able to get over the net. So the matchups, it was definitely hard trying to do the reverse flow to keep the ball away from her because she's definitely a wall herself. So it's just kind of reverse flowing, trying to keep the ball away, looking at lineups and matchups for our hitters and who could be successful with the ball.
Yeah, Coach Loudon was talking about attacking zone 2 and 4, specifically trying to target Emmerling and get her out of her rhythm.
Yes.
One quick question also, Savannah. You were bounced back from Washington State. How much did that 4-year experience coming into the big gym and the crowd and everything, did that help? Did that help at all for you?
I think it did, because obviously there's a bunch of nerves. There's a bunch of nerves that go on, but I think since I've experienced that, I kind of take it as a challenge, and it gives myself confidence. So.
All right, we got to get off the air, it looks like. Savannah, run back to your teammates, and congratulations again on the state championship.
Your 2018 champion in 3C2A, ARC American River, their first ever title. Thanks for watching, everybody. That'll do it for our coverage here in 2018. Special thanks to everyone involved: Emery Johnson, Jorge Zepeda, Robert Lewis, Mike Terrell, and everybody involved in this week. And I'm Mike Zepeda signing off. Take care, everyone.